Hi everyone, it's me, Moonlight Guidance. I hope you are doing well. Okay, we're going to have a look and see what is coming through for you and what messages I can give to you. Okay, so I'm going to use this particular deck of cards because I've cleansed and saged them. This is a safe space where you're always very welcome, and if you're here, I feel like there is a sign that there are messages for you. I've been here every single day for the last 5 years, posting on YouTube every single day. It is my consistency, my dedication, my loyalty to you, that when you come to my channel, there will always be something for you, okay? Because sometimes you want answers and sometimes you want to know something, and there's nothing better than just having someone that is kind of always there, you know? And that's how I also work with personal services, always available. Things are done within 12 to 24 hours, okay, like readings and services. So if you're ever interested, everything's on shopmoonlightguidance.com and also on my Etsy store. There are thousands of 5-star reviews, okay? Check it out if you're interested. If not, let's see this reading as well, okay? Wow. So I feel like right now you feel very hopeless, you feel very sad, and you feel very drained by a situation that you thought was going to work out in your favor. I definitely see a lot of sadness, and you feel very stressed and very sad and just really upset at circumstances, especially with the Ace of Swords. There's a very strong energy here of just feeling very upset, very sad, just really hurt. And it's to do with love, because we do have the Lovers here. And you really thought that this person was going to be honest, you know, that everything they said, they promised to you, they would keep their word. But then in the end, they didn't keep their word. They were not honest. They were not loyal. They didn't care. They were just doing whatever they wanted. And it just kind of went in that direction and they didn't bother doing more. So you just feel very sad right now that, okay, this person just, you know, this person just didn't hold their word. They were being super chaotic. They just sort of ran away. They promised you a lot of things, right? Promised you a lot of things. And then they just one day disappeared. It's almost like an act of ghosting or stepping back, stepping away, not doing enough, which is what you have been dealing with. And I just want to say, I'm so sorry. I know I didn't do this to you, but it's not nice. And I want you to feel validated, okay? Because it's not nice that you were treated in this particular way. It's not nice that this person chose to treat you like this, and you definitely didn't deserve it. This is completely a reflection of themselves and where they are at, because I see that they are feeling chaotic. I see that they are all over the place. You are very upright, very strong-minded, strong-willed. You know what you want. You know who you are. And unfortunately, this person decided to treat you like this due to no fault of your own, okay? Very important for me to basically mention to you and tell you that this is not your fault. This is very much on this person. This is their problem. This is what they basically chose to do. And especially with the Strength card as well, we do have here the fact that you are a very strong person. They did put you through this, and at the end of the day, it's very much on them. And I think that the main thing here that you need to understand is that you are a very strong, amazing person. The World card also does suggest protection. Now you might think to yourself, how am I protected if this happened to me? You know, sometimes people enter your life and they could literally, you know, be amazing. 10 years down the line, they treat you really badly and you feel like you can't do anything about it. Sometimes it is a blessing that a person shows their behavior to you sooner rather than later. Sooner rather than later. The other thing as well, especially with the World card, is that the universe also wants you to understand that there are people like this that can be really nice and then all of a sudden change. Okay, and the people that are really best for you essentially are the ones that are, you know, that have your back, essentially. So remember, people can change. It's part of life. It's part of how it is. It can feel really overwhelming and frustrating. I do, however, feel, okay, this person's going to come back around. This person here is going to realize their mistakes. There are some people that will really do awful things and just run away and disappear and not ever reflect on their behavior. The interesting thing is that this person here is going to reflect on their behavior within 7 days, okay? Because we do have the Fool, which is very abrupt, very unexpected. This person realizing what they've done towards you, realizing what they've lost, and then actually wanting to come back around, wanting to make things work, realizing, oh my God, I can't believe I treated you like this. I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I treated you in this particular manner. I can't believe that, you know, I was being harsh and this and that and this and that, you know, I can't believe I treated you like this. And so the Temperance energy here is very, very much about that. It's very much about feeling overwhelmed, feeling overworked, feeling stressed out, and just not knowing, you know, like, oh my God, I can't believe I actually treated you like this, and this is what has happened. So the Emperor here really shows that energy, especially with Temperance, okay? Temperance is quite powerful. It is pretty significant, and it is very, very strong, because Temperance represents here harmony and balance. Temperance also shows here as well that this person will reflect on their behavior that they caused upon you. And actually, the stronger you are within yourself right now, not blaming yourself for what this person has done to you, or thinking, was I too much? Was I too this? Was I too that? Is going to just help you in the long run, because this isn't your fault. Okay, comment it down below. This is not my fault. Tell yourself that, please. It is your affirmation. It is your words that you should be telling yourself, because it really isn't your fault. This person did this onto themselves. Now they are reflecting, okay? Now they are reflecting on their poor behavior, their emotional unavailability, their emotional non-intelligence, okay, that they were treating you with, to realize that they treated you pretty poorly. Now, why do they realize this, okay? Why do they realize this? King of Pentacles. Interesting. I feel like they've learned this from someone around them, that they need to be more stable, they need to be more grounded, they need to not be so about themselves. I think this person has grown up in a way where they've always had to depend on themselves and not depend on others. They've been let down by a lot of people, so they always value independence. They always value sort of being a little bit selfish, right? And they've then become overly selfish, where they only think about themselves, and they only think about what matters to them and what they can do. They don't necessarily think about others and how their behavior could impact or affect others. They don't necessarily think too much about this. Now, that is not your fault. It is also not your problem. This is very much how they've sort of been growing up, how they've been conditioned. And because of that, you know, they started to realize that actually there is such thing as empathy. There is such thing as going out of your way to be kind and caring to another person. I don't need to just be all about myself. Yes, I've grown up like that, but I can also be loving. And the other thing that they think about you is how loving you are, how giving you are, how empathic you are, how genuine you are, how serious you are, how sweet you are, okay? Especially with the High Priestess. They always think about just how loving, kind, caring, generous, and genuine of a person you are, and how much you always give. And that is something we really do see here, especially with the Two of Swords. They really do think that you are just the most loving, kind, gracious, sweet person. They really do think very, very highly of you, and they do think very, very proudly of you as well. Okay, so that's something here, because they've started to realize that, oh, I've come across a lot of selfish people in my life, but you're not selfish. You're not selfish. And that is something that's making them think, wow, like, I don't want to now be selfish to you when you've done nothing wrong to me. You know, they may have been very selfish to you in the past, like we have seen here, but now they're starting to realize, but you've not done me wrong, so why am I doing you wrong? They awaken in time from what I'm seeing here, okay? And so that's a very powerful and very important thing, especially with the Sun as well. This awakening to realize their actions, to realize how they've treated you, and to not want to do you wrong, not want to disrespect you, not want to treat you badly, and actually just continuously wanting to treat you better, wanting to treat you with more understanding, more respect, and just a lot more sincerity as well, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune is really, really powerful. This person wants to make a change towards you. They will bring you that change. We see here 7 days. We also see here as well, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, the sense here of wanting to create a change towards you, to better themselves towards you, to be better, to be a lot kinder, to be a lot more respectful, to be a lot more understanding, to just treat you in a way that you need to be treated, with much more sincerity and much more understanding. And the other thing I want to mention as well is that I do, of course, offer personal readings. I do offer them on my website, shopmoonlightguidance.com, and also linked down below, also on my Etsy store. They are done within 12 to 24 hours. There's thousands of 5-star reviews if you have questions you want me to answer for you. Also, there's as well rituals for love, money, marriage, career, success, beauty, justice, healing, black magic removal, protection ritual, and so much more. So yeah, if you're interested in any of those rituals, they are there. There's, you know, rituals to break no contact, express their feelings to you, support and consistency, protect your connection. There's so many amazing rituals, and there's also intention items which are handmade, meditated with, and saged. So These are really, really special. There's candles, bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, sage bundles, teas, and so much more. These are items that are actually handmade here. These are not items that are like sourced from somewhere else and then we just like repackage and send it to you. That's not what this is at all. So these are really special items, especially the tassels. They're handmade. The embroidery cards are hand embroidered. So yes, that is that. Okay, so everything's there. These are intention-based items to allow your intentions to come through, and everything's linked down below. Okay, let's get a message card here. So we've got here, I'm upset with myself. Okay, they are upset with how they have treated you. We know this, we saw it in the cards, and the thing here is that they have reflected on this. Okay, there are some people that don't ever really reflect and they just kind of walk away. This person has reflected on it, they have understood what they've done, and they want to change their behavior towards you, which we see very evidently with the Wheel of Fortune. So expect some change in this situation between you and this person. And I also have TikTok and Instagram, by the way. I post short readings on there every day. Moonlight.guidance on Instagram, Moonlight Guidance on TikTok. I am there, you are there. We are everywhere. Anyways, I'll see you all very, very soon, okay? Take care. Bye.